Medjay Fayum here, and I'm here today with a brand new episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. And I really hope that you'll enjoy this episode. And don't forget to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you know, this is a game I've been wanting to come for a very long time. I mean, come meaning as in trying to play this game, but I haven't managed to get through it. So this would be my first playthrough. So let's go. So we'll select the scenario main story next. Yeah, we're just going for the story mode. We want normal. We want some moderately easy enemies. Kingdom management. Yeah, because we're just going for the story right now. So we'll go for that. Let's see, Milaku, Sorcerer. Let's create you, shall we? Yes, we'll create a new character. Next, let's have a look at this photo. We could try you. So body, face 1, and we'll give him. I will give you this hairstyle. You can't really zoom into much, but alright. So 5. Hairstyle 9. Yep, we'll go for this one. Why don't we make him Kratos? Let's make him Kratos, shall we? Yep. Well. I like the beard. So why do we make you go here? Yep, we'll make you blue. Alright, we'll go for you. The right hand. Yes, you're a human, you're not a dwarf. You're not a half-elf. Half-elf, Interesting. So, humans possess exceptional drive, great capacity to endure and expand, and as such are currently the dominant race in the world. Their empires and nations are vast, sprawling metropolises, and the citizens of these societies carve names for themselves with the strength of their sword arms and the power of their spells. Humanity is best characterized by its tumultuousness and diversity. Human cultures run the gamut from savage but honorable tribes to decadent. Yes, evil worshipping noble families in the most cosmopolitan cities. Human curiosity and ambition often triumph over their predilection for a sedentary lifestyle, and many leave their homes to explore the innumerable forgotten corners of the world, or lead mighty armies to conquer their neighbors simply because they can. The physical characteristics of humans are as varied as the world climbs. From the dark-skinned tribesmen of the southern continents to the pale and barbaric raiders of the northern lands. Humans possess a wide variety of skin colors, body types, and facial features. Generally speaking, human skin color assumes a darker hue the closer to the equator they live. That is true. So what I would do, I don't know, we'll make him... Pick your character's class. Okay, so an alchemist, a barbarian, a bard. Let's have a look for 1 second, shall we? Let's have a look. A lot of classes here. A lot of classes. So we can't take any of these yet. Oh wait. So, what do we take? The alchemist? The barbarian, or the bard, the cleric, or the Jew. There's a lot to read. But I do like the Inquisitor. And what is a kineticist? So kineticists are living channels for elemental matter and energy, manipulating the world around them. By drawing upon inner reserves from their own bodies, kineticists often awake to their abilities during a violent traumatic experience, releasing their power involuntarily. I will leave the rest of the video for you to pause and have a... you can pause and read the whole thing. Or Magus, or an arcane caster. Magis spend much of their time traveling the world, learning whatever martial or arcane secrets they can find. They might spend months learning a new sword fight in start from a master warrior. while simultaneously moonlighting in the local library, pouring through tons of tomes of ancient lore. Most who take their path dabble in all sorts of lore, picking up anything that might aid them in their search for perfection. So a monk. Oh, I like all of these. No, I like all of them. I like paladins. Because I be all of them. But I can appreciate that, they did this to, not just... I don't know how to say it, but yeah. So I'll go for a Magus. I like a Magus. So he's a... Okay, so there's a whole bunch of Maguses. So what is a Sword Saint? A Sword Saint spends his life focusing his training and meditation into a rapturous perfection of the use of a single weapon, which is usually but not always a sword, channeling his arcane might through it in a dizzying and deadly dance beyond the abilities of even the greatest of mundane warriors. So an archer or a scion? We'll go for this one. Load, pre-made build, yep, and I'm fine with this. Enter name. I'll call you Artaxerxes. So.
I'll take care of it.
Everyone counts on me. My skill.
Let us be off.
Defeat is not an option.
This will hurt.
An expected outcome.
I will guide.
Okay, I like this one. Parast. Let's do the 21st, shall we? Let's do 21st. Neutral good. Good characters protect innocent life. Evil characters destroy it. Whether for fun or profit, lawful characters tell the truth, keep their word. Respect authority, honor tradition, and judge those who fall short of their duties. Chaotic duties follow their consciences, resent being told what to do, favor new ideas over tradition, and keep only their promises if they like it. Chaotic neutral. We'll go for lawful good.
Does anyone require my counsel?
Yep, I think we're fine. Special abilities and stuff. So it says detect magic. There's a lot to read basically. But, hey. Okay, so there's a lot of weapons, which I'll most likely get used to it in a bit. Yep, complete. Okay, don't forget to empower your party with items, spells, or abilities before challenging encounters. Okay. So this episode will mostly be like a sort of an introduction to everything. Mostly I try and aim for 20 minutes, but I'll try and go for 30 minutes. But,
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Continue. So there's your typical orcs, elves, etc.
Where are they? This is taking forever. It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
Yeah, who are they?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
So the Aldori Sword Lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rossland for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder. And though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with personal standing and honor. Yes, so she definitely wants to... What does she want to find out? Brevoy. Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of two often warring nations, Issa and Rossland. The coming of Coral the Conqueror changed all this. After securing the defeat and surrender of the two nations, Coral christened his family House Rogaria. Its rule ended with the mysterious disappearance of every member of the house in 469 AR, leaving Bravoy in a precarious political position. Tukio is not a great man.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Yes.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Ah, who's coming? Is that the king and queen? Oh, there are two kings, but I'm not sure.
Greetings, everyone.
Ah,
I am Sword Lord Jamandi
Swordland,
Eldor,
Sword Lord, alright.
and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Welcome indeed.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Okay, so instead of me reading the whole thing, I'm just gonna pause it here. You can pause the video and read it at your own leisure. Alright, so let's go.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
I don't know about you or me, but I love lore. I love all the in-depth lore of this world, of fantasy settings. Well, it is kind of, well, Artaxerxes will definitely do it.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
The question is, how do I become the king of the Stolen Lands? So, yeah, what you helping us found a barony, Lady Aldori. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
That's true.
What is that smell in the air?
Ooh.
The smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Casey's a very trifling girl indeed.
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
Not really.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
I'm not sure, my friend. I am not sure.
If I may please answer the question.
Jamandi clears her throat, loudly, interrupting the argument. She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not recognize the Stag Lord as Baron, Lady Aldori?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence.
Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
She has a point.
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Let us wait and watch.
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Satisfactory to me.
Words. Significant. Financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Restov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
I am very skeptical.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
So end the dialogue then. Okay. So now we gotta go and find out.
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Artaxerxes. I'm pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something.
What is that?
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally.
Yep.
He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's
Greedy.
crown, or whatever it is barons wear.
Indeed.
Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs.
Lindsay blushes a little.
This is the person I'll write my book about. Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me you know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later.
Yeah,
These
she has
are
a
the
point.
tales of best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each
I do agree with
time.
that.
Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
And I'm not sure how you commentate on these type of games, because one, you want to bring your commentary as good as possible, but the second is you don't want the audience to get bored, and then there's a lot of text. I mean, when you play alone, you can pretty much understand the whole thing. When you're doing a commentary for a, like this, like recording an episode of this, it does become a bit tricky. So I'll try and balance. I'll try and talk in between, but I will try not to, what is the word? I'll try not to talk too much, because you should also enjoy the game as I am experiencing it, mostly. Alright, so let's go.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die?
No.
Or maybe that horrific scythe lady?
Eee.
Or God's forbid, Tartuccio?
Ooh.
No way.
No way. This is like The Witcher 3 for some reason. Not a bad plan then. It's settled. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them down.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
See ya. Alright, so it's... Mike will take... Oh, no, I missed it. Oh, okay. Let's go and talk to her. She's not